This is the Gospel reflection for the Sunday in Ordinary Time. The Gospel for this Sunday is from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 6, verses 1 to 6. Jesus came to his own country, and his disciples followed him. And on the Sabbath, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many who heard him were astonished, saying, "Where did this man get all this? What is the wisdom given to him? What mighty works are wrought by his hands? Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James and Joseph and Judas and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?" And they took offense at him. And Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor, except in his own country and among his own kin, and in his own house." And he could not do mighty work there, except that he laid his hands upon a few sick people and healed them. And he went about among the villages teaching. In his hometown, Jesus' encounter with his own relatives was a letdown. His wisdom and the great deeds he accomplished astounded them. They took offense at him. Despite their admiration for him, they were offended because they could not comprehend how someone they knew well, a relative, could be so extraordinary. They allowed their familiarity with Jesus and proximity to him to cloud their ability to believe in him and celebrate his greatness. We don't have to deal with the same issues in the same way. None of us are blood relatives in Jesus' extended family or from his hometown. However, because Jesus is present in those closest to us, such as our family and our friends, we can still fall into the trap of ignoring him. Our tendency to look at those closest to us without faith is revealed by Jesus' struggle. Despite the fact that Jesus was wrongly judged, we can sometimes pass judgment on those close to us based on their sins or our erroneous perceptions of their good deeds. Do you have the ability to look at others through a truthful lens? Are you able to see God's presence and grace at work in other people's lives beyond their flaws and sins? Is it possible for you to see their goodness and allow God to speak to you through your closest friends and family members? This could be a more difficult task than we realize. It happened to Jesus, and it will also happen to us. The lesson here is to recognize the temptation to only see the negative aspects of other people's lives. If we can overcome that temptation, we will be able to focus on the presence of God in their lives. This should be first and most important thing we can learn every day. Consider how well you can see God in those who are closest to you right now. Consider it a temptation you must overcome if you find yourself struggling with it. You will grow in your love for them and for God as you discover God's presence in those around you. Lord Jesus, make it easier for me to recognize you in the lives of those closest to me. Help me to rejoice in your presence and to grow in love of others and of you as I see you at work in their lives. Jesus, I trust in you.